Hello everyone, welcome back to Whiz. I'm Priyadarshan PD here, your host and your quiz master. And I'm here, sorry for the late video, but I'm here with your answers for yesterday's questions and with five more questions for you today. So, before we get to the questions, let's not talk about the IPL. I don't want to even talk about what rather I would want to share one of my experiences again, and what I want to talk about is actually my passion for chess. So when I was in Delhi, so I was in Delhi in the year 2008. So I also won the district level. I also won the state level. So I won Gurgaon district. I won Haryana state, and I was sponsored for the nationals. And I was in the nationals. I came fifth. So, but while I was playing that tournament, that was one of my first starting rated tournaments. For those of you chess fans who would understand that, it was really competitive. There was a lot to learn. There was a lot to understand. There was a lot to gauge from that whole situation, which I really understood about the game of chess. And my coach, Prasad sir, or Nitin sir, or Duggal sir, whichever coaches have come in my life, they have always taught me a different style of gaming, their own flair, and it was really helpful for me as a player, to have so much versatility and to be able to play so many different openings, counter so many other openings, and it was really, really just a special time in my life when I would forget the state level or the national level, but the day I actually won the district level, I really thought that I had achieved something in life, and it was really, really great. And everyone should have that sort of feeling for something in their life, and that's necessary. So on this positive winning note, I'd like to start off with yesterday's answers. So here comes yesterday's question number one. In 1896, Pam Woodall of The Economist magazine, when he wanted to convey country by country consumer purchasing power, created this index that we are talking about as a semi humorous illustration of purchasing power parity, or PPP, and had been published by that paper annually since then. Which index are we talking about? So actually, the hint that I wanted to give you all was, the hint was McDonald's. So the index that we are talking about is the Big Mac index. So that was the answer we were looking for. Moving on to question number two. This was generally believed to be the musical instrument or originated in our very own country of India. The prototype of this was designed by Christian Gottlieb, a professor not of music but of physiology from the University of Copenhagen. As an academic, he experimented with the effects of electricity on the human body. It is believed that Mary Shelley was so fascinated by this research that became one of the inspirations for her classic novel Frankenstein. She even adapted her surname for the fictional character. So, which musical instrument are we talking about? So, the musical instrument that we were talking about is what we call in the local language as peti, or the harmonium. So, that was our question number two for you today. And now, moving on to question number three. Here it comes. Each of these books starts with the year is 50 BC. I know this would have been the giveaway for everyone who are a fan of the comics, of the writing. Gaul is entirely occupied by the by the Romans. Well, not entirely. One small village did not give up to the Romans, and that is where this whole thing starts. So which comics were we talking about? The comics that we were talking about is actually Asterix. So actually, I haven't read a lot of Asterix in my life, But what I really liked was the illustration, the drawing, and trust me, being from that field, I know, especially at that time, how difficult it would have been to actually come up with something like that. Now, that was our third question for yesterday. Moving on to question number 4. Jeremiah Tower, famous chef, was created with pioneering this culinary style known as California cuisine. Steve Ells, while working for Jeremiah, inspired the popular tacos and burritos and took a loan of 85,000 USD from his mother to set up this first of a kind restaurant, or which was in a former ice cream truck, interestingly, between near the University of Denver. What did he start in Colorado? So this is actually the Chipotle Mexican Grill. Out of all the sauces, out of all the dressings, out of the ranch dressing, the mint mayo, the barbecue, Southwest, trust me, Chipotle is where it hits the sweet spot. So I was really interested with this question, and that was also our fourth question for you. So now we're coming to question number 5 of yesterday. So here comes the answer for question number 5. The curtain was first raised in this play in London's West End in 1952. The play about a group of people trapped in a snowboard cabin with a murderer among them. That was the mystery. Was originally a radio story, Three Blind Mice, that was written at the behest of Queen Mary in 1947. Which play were we talking about? So actually, I have been lucky enough in life to actually act in a adapted version of this play, and it was a theatre group called Theatrician. And the answer, actually, I don't want to delay any further for any of you. The answer that we were looking for is mouse trap. So that is what we were looking for. And now, here comes the 5 questions for you today. So let's get right to it. So, question number 1 for you today. The author eventually grew tired of the trademark character and set about having the character perish in the 1975 novel Curtain. The reaction of this demise was so fierce that the New York Times published in the front page an obituary for the character on August 6. What character and who is the author? So this was something very serious. People took it to heart, and that's how. Okay, let's not push the question further. Which comics are we talking about, and who was the author? Moving on to question number 2. According to legend, which king visits the land and people once every year, and they are all Keralites over the world celebrated as Onam? So which king are we talking about? So that was our question number 2. Moving on to question number 3. In May 2017, it was announced that it would be a 2-hour delivery in 30 cities. Amazon announced only a 2-hour delivery in 30 cities across the US, starting with Los Angeles or LA. The delivery was only available during certain hours, Monday to Saturday between 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. and does have a delivery fee. Which product had this special service? So that was our question number 3. Moving on to question number 4. According to the CIA, the name comes from the map designation. It was also previously referred to as Paradise Ranch. Other nicknames included Watertown and Dreamland. CIA officer Richard Bissell, who was overseeing the development of U-2 planes, was one of the first to identify this. So my question is, the restaurant and bar Little in Rachel, Nevada, was the only remaining business in town. Identify this location. I know the fact that I've said Nevada might be a giveaway for this, so I hope you can bear with me for that and still get the answer right. And now I think it's time for question number 5. So here comes your last question for you today. Nicknamed as the umbrella pull down market for reason that train runs through the fish market, and as a result whatever a train approaches the awnings and shop fronts and move backwards of the rally to be replaced once from the train has passed. Which railway line, which unique railway line are we talking about? So that was question number 5. Trust me, once I tell you the answer for this railway line, you would really want to watch the video more than anything. So that was our 5 questions for you today. I hope you enjoyed it. Do not forget to drop your answers in the comments below. Do not forget to like, share, and subscribe to the video. I'm really looking forward to that. And I will be back tomorrow with 5 more answers and 5 more questions. So stay tuned, and till tomorrow, stay safe, stay home. Good night.